Hey everyone, it's Kim and I'm here today to share with you a design team project for Gina's Laser Cut Designs. And I'm sure as you saw at the beginning, this was a tag, a very large tag. This is one of the new tags that Gina's going to be selling in her store starting January 2014. And it is 10 inches by 5 inches. And it is the very, very thickest chipboard that you can get. And I want to tell you that a lot of people think that you can't do things with chipboard, that they'll go soggy, they won't hold up. I put this tag to the test, believe me. I have Mod Podged on here, I've painted on here, I've used embossing powders, sprays, and texture paste with stencils. So this has been through everything that you would use in mixed media, and the tag stayed perfectly straight. It did not warp. It's totally, totally straight. Look at that. Nothing at all is wrong with this tag, and it's just as good as wood in my opinion. So I'm really excited about this. I'm excited that Gina's going to be making these and selling them. I think it's great, and there's going to be some more new things coming out in 2014 as well. I can't share them all with you right now, but I'm going to give you a little sneak peek that what's coming up, but I can't tell you too much. But trust me when I tell you, you guys are going to be absolutely blown away. Not only is there new products coming up, but there's a big announcement coming up. So stay tuned, but not till January 1st. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's get started with the tag here. What I did was up here I used some vintage music paper that I actually got from Shabby from Lily, and I've used it up here. I ripped it all into little pieces and Mod Podged it down. So you can see it goes all along the top here, and then I did it down at the bottom as well, down here. You can see it going across there. And then in the center, I've used one of Lily's gorgeous, gorgeous napkins. I just love this image of 3 little angel girls standing in front of the Christmas tree. And I just love how it came out. I love using these napkins, and it really gives a nice sort of vintage feel because it kind of wrinkles up a bit. It's really cool. So after I put that all down, then I started to work with some more mixed media techniques. And the next thing that I did was I got out my stencils and my modeling paste because, like I said, I really wanted to put this tag to the test and see if it would hold up, and it did. So here you can see I've used a stencil with some little dots, and up here as well. Behind the clock you'll see a little bit of a stencil going on there with the script, and then down here you'll see it as well. And then more dots. So that was that test, and it passed, and then I got out my Lindy's after that. And here you can see up here that I've used Lindy's, and I sprayed it with dark chocolate truffle. And I used a gold one, but I can't remember the name of it. But if anybody wants to know the name, just message me. I'll get it to you. And so then after I did that, I started to use the other embellishments. So I'll start at the top here. And this is a scallop tag, which you'll be able to see probably better on the back here. You can see that the top is scalloped there. And on the back I've just done vintage music paper. And I've created a little lace pocket here with some vintage laces. And I have a little card that's going in here. This is going to a friend, so the little card sentiment is going in the back there. So then here I got some of Gina's snowflakes, and these are from her snowflake kit. And this has been one of my favorite chipboard pieces to work with, is the snowflake kit that she has in her store. I absolutely adore these snowflakes. They're so pretty. And this one here, all I did was I gessoed it, and then I used the Ranger holographic embossing powder on it, and it really gives it this beautiful sort of sparkly look. And then over here I've got one of Gina's doilies. These are called intricate doilies, and they come in a set, and I'm sure you've seen me use lots of these. It's all back in here as well. And then, of course, another one of my favorite pieces is the hanging clock. And this is great because you actually end up with 2 pieces. I've just used the clock and cut this hanging part off and then used the hanging part for something else. But I decided to keep them both here, and again I gessoed them, and then I used just some white embossing powder on here, just a sort of a flat one. And then this one I used the Distress embossing powder, the weathered wood, and it was just like a gray-blue color, which I really liked because it picked up on the gray blues that are in the napkin here, so that was good. And then, of course, you can see that I've added a little Wild Orchid Craft flower there in the tan color. And then here I've got this metal snowflake, which was also from Lily's store, and so are these little gorgeous satin roses. I just love these, that she sent me as an extra freebie. So I put that in the middle of the clock. And then over here, I'm hoping you can see, I don't know if the camera will pick it up because it's really light, but I got out my stamps and embossing powder and did that right on the tag as well. And I used a snowflake stamp, but I think you'll be able to see a bit of a twinkle, but I don't know if you'll be able to make out the pattern. But it's a snowflake, and I stamped it with the clear embossing ink and then used the holographic. So yeah, I stamped and embossed right on the tag, so that held up, which was amazing as well. So then coming down here, you'll see that I've got a couple more of Gina's snowflakes. And again, I have done the same technique. I just painted them with gesso, and then I did the holographic clear embossing powder. And you can see behind it where it's sparkly, that's another part where I have embossed right on the tag. It's another part of a snowflake. And then over here, this gorgeous flourish right here is one of Gina's pieces. And this is the large open flourish. And I embossed that with the weathered wood because, again, it picked up on the bluey gray tones that are in the napkin. And then here, some of my other favorite pieces, of course, the clock hands. You know how I love clock hands. I think that I'm just continually getting Gina to cut me clock hands. She's probably going to go crazy cutting these for me soon. Then I used vintage photo distressing embossing powder on those, just to change the color up a little bit and pick up more on the brown tones and the tans. And then right behind it, of course, you can see here is another one of those beautiful roses from Lily. And then this is another one of Gina's snowflake pieces. And this time I used Madonna Salazar embossing powder. I forget what it's called. It's just like white, I think. And that embossing powder is very, very smooth and very, very shiny. So it's neat, the different types of embossing powder, and you can get a completely different look. And also back here, right here, if you can sort of see, is one of the little snowflakes from Lily's store. So I've layered a snowflake on a snowflake and then the flourish behind it. And I really love how that turned out. And then over here, I've got a little wooden sign, and this is from Witchcraft from Carrie that she sent me in my rack. And then I've got two little bronze angel wings here, which are from Craft Supplies 1. And then this key is from my stash. And then I've got some Wild Orchid Craft flowers and flowers from my stash here. And then over here, I've got some vintage seam binding, and then a little bow applique from my stash, and then this little doodad here was from Lily's store. And then the lace, which might be a little bit hard to see, but we'll give it our best. This lace under here is a beautiful eyelet, which came from Carrie in my rack. And then this lace here, which is just so beautiful. It's a perfect, like, peachy tan color for this project. That was from Lily's store. And then this lace and this lace were both from Carrie in my rack that she sent me. And then, like I said, on the back, I've just created a little pocket that you can put a card in, which I removed my card, but I'll show you. You can just slide it in here like this. And then I've written on the other side, but I'm not going to show you because I don't want my friend to see it. And that's just going to sit in there, and that's going to be like a Christmas card for her. So, and I signed the back. And again, yeah, that's vintage music paper from my stash, so that's what I did to the back. And so there you have it. That is my first design team project. Well, actually, not my first one. I think it's my second this month. And I have another one coming up in the next day or so as well, so please watch out for that as well. But the link for Gina's store will be down below, so please go and check out her store. And remember, there's going to be tons of new things coming up. And since we have just a 2 second, I'm just going to show you one little thing. Maybe two. Maybe two. I'm going to show you a little sneak peek now. Ta-da! Yep, it's wood. Ta-da! Nice, eh? Oh, one more thing. Sorry, it's coming. Okay. Check this out. Isn't that nice? So, these are some things that are going to be coming up in 2014. Stay tuned. Thanks, guys, and tell me what you think of my tag, and I will talk to you soon. And happy holidays, everybody. Bye for now.